So you think that the safety audits in large projects are genuinely rigorous or just procedural?
Safety audits in terms of what?
Safety in
The
terms of
design stage?
fire, in terms of, a real quality control process. And when you take the quality control in the safety aspects, right, in the fire, in
Yeah.
again the hydrological bed, the
Yeah.
fire, the retention of the project and the life of the structure, everything I'm talking about. They are generally like the rigorous project you
There is,
take care,
yeah, there
or just
rigor.
the
No,
procedural
there are
things.
rigor. There are rigor. It is serious. It is necessary. So when it comes to building, let's say, the building design needs a lot of these aspects where when certain regulations are done without any common sense, then it becomes burden. But if they're technically essential because you want to protect ultimately people when it comes to fire, so the fire evacuation, number of staircases, how the sprinklers and everything is put together, they're all needed. I think that's something which is needed. The problem starts where you don't adapt why the regulations as the city, as a country, as a standard changes, and we still have outdated laws, for example, on that front. But most of them, they progress and they're mandatory, so up to certain point, and they're not simply checkbox type of. So hydrology, hydraulics are essential. If you don't do it, and if you don't understand, if you build something wrong, and then you have to redo few things, and it can create an adverse effect to the whole projects or the area. So the this kind of things are overall, as a nutshell, are extremely important checks and verifications needed for that, because they're all backed by the technical data. They're not somebody's whim primarily. So it is absolutely necessary.
So
Yeah.
we are actually, as Indians, are very fascinated by the European countries and America and all, and we see the structures over there, right? They are beautifully made. They are very attractive for us. But considering those kind of large structures and buildings, the atmosphere impact is a very big thing when we think of the building material, right? So because the climate there is very different, the climate here in India is very different. So I would like to know that what is the aspect of a building material and what kind of building material are used into Indian project versus the foreign projects, which we see as a symbol of the beautiful architecture.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we borrow a lot of things. This flashy thing, as a country, we like, because we travel around the Europe and Singapore and China and everywhere, and we see a lot of flashy buildings, and we get attracted. So, how we copy the fashion? We it's not only the buildings. I think we copy everything in the
We copy the
fashion.
fashion is
Fashion
interesting
is
statement.
the fashion is a fashion. So, is being at the clothes, cars, or technologies, and we like the foreign, because that's how our psychology is, for example. But I would say Indian architecture, long rooted history of making buildings and the large cities, are climatically adapted. If you go to north of India, Himalayas, you have a certain typology of buildings and the material. Go to south, it will have sloping roofs and built by the stones. West, mud, and few other things in Rajasthan. So all of them are traditionally built with certain material, first of all, available in the region. So they are in a way sustainable because they are available. They are not transported from somewhere else in a regular context. But that's for the domestic, or I would say a smaller scale community and other aspects. We as a country now, we are modernizing it. We have bigger buildings, we have bigger facilities, and those facilities needs different kinds of material composition, and there are a lot of things going on. So you cannot use mud or wood, or up to certain point only the load bearing structures for a mega project. So then the modern standard comes in the picture.
So